and me and my mom was going through a rough patch, and she didn't give me back my nudies, my Benjis. All I had was my Under Armour sneakers that I had got from, the basketball team from Brownsville Academy. And I mixed this stuff. I had a vest with patches on it from Who. I don't know if that's still around, but shout outs to Who. I mixed that, and I would just wear whatever I wanted without having my Pradas handy. So I started to realize that it's not about the clothing, it's about the energy. When you start to realize that it's you're the shiniest object in the universe, you'll realize that shiny object syndrome is no longer a thing. So I noticed that all these materialistic things just add to me feeling great, but it does not make me feel great. Me feeling great is what manifests these things. They're just a byproduct of me being great and me affirming. So let's just say, for example, when I affirm, let's say if I feel like I need some money, because you have to become these things to get it. So I am abundant. I am wealth. I am money. It flows within me because it's a frequency. It flows within my mind, body, and soul. And I feel it right now. You attract this. Law of attraction is how it works. You attract this. But back to the point, you, it's the energy, it's not the clothes, right? So you start to manifest spiritual desires, spiritual passions and values, and that's where it starts. A lot of us are starting from the physical and not even making it up to the spiritual. It's more about the spiritual, educating yourself mentally based on the spiritual so you can formulate that physically, right? And have a beautiful cathartic aspect of communication when describing who you are, or understanding that you have to unpack who you are spiritually, mentally, so that can naturally come out physically. You don't have to intellectualize your feelings. You just need to unpack and understand them, right? So you can create your values, passions, and your true desires. True desires. True desire is not you desiring things. It's what you naturally attract, what you've become. So if I have I have great friends. I have a beautiful lady, a beautiful baby on the way. And what I'm realizing is that I attracted that. I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful life. I attracted that by giving gratitude to being that. You understand what I'm saying? So focusing on creating your own identity can lead to fulfillment. You'll become a lot more fulfilled when you start to understand that you are what you need. Anything that you need, you can become. Affirm it. That's it. Affirm it and let time do what it does. Time is relative, very subjective. So understand that you are divine timing. Everything happens for you, not to you, right? Why is it important to differentiate between important and unimportant information in shaping who you are? It is important to differentiate between important and unimportant information to ensure that you are shaping your identity based on what truly matters to you rather than irrelevant external influences. Some of you guys are trying to be the best Democrat. Some of you guys are trying to be the best Republican. At one point, it was one party. Who cares? A little bit of information, unimportant. But you guys are trying to be things that has nothing to do with your spirit. You're not trying to be empathetic. If you look at the state of politics and you look at Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, I'm trying to figure out if things are not working separately, when are we going to come together as a whole and create that unity? You can't spell unity without you and I, right? So, and the word separate has no I or you in it. So it's like we're so focused, but then again, you have to, one thing I noticed, like when I was going to church when I was younger, I had to go through this. It brought me some type of discipline. It brought me some type of structure. It's kind of like how certain people think that they can't discipline themselves. They have to go to the army at a young age, or they have to walk into these things so they can discipline them and create some type of structure. I heard and I've seen a meme where it says a hoe's last phase is religion. If you're not aware, a woman is energy and she craves structure. That's why a lot of men are in and out of relationships because they don't know themselves enough to be structured in a relationship. That's what you want to call commitment. You get to that space where you're not on the fence, over the fence, you're right where you need to be, right? So when it comes to the idea of these unimportant things, I need you to understand that everything here, these chairs, the straw, they're just a physical creation based on the understanding of spirit and mental, and now it's in fruition. So you're craving a car, but in actuality, you don't need to because you'll attract that. It's going to come to you naturally. All these things came through history just because of, let's say, for example, you got the horse and carriage. Now we have cars. The universe was already going to attract that because positively everything is evolving. So there would be no reason for you to want a car. You don't even know what a car is around the time of you using a horse and carriage. So what I say is this: your universe wants relief in relevance to getting from to and fro. That's why the car will somewhat become created. Henry Ford, assembly line, and we have Hondas, Teslas today. But the idea is everybody's spirit wants to make things easier. So now you have these beautiful inventions coming out the woodworks because everybody's spirit is trying to make things easier, right? Now, you get to that space where you start to understand you're not the car, you're not the sneakers, you're not any of this. Your spirit is just it attracts these things. So there's no reason for you to intellectualize the idea of getting a car. No reason to. You don't have to. If that's for you, it will come to you. And obviously it is, because everybody that walks sees themselves in a car. You have to understand how simple it is. It's not that hard. But sometimes we complicate things because we want to obtain physical things with physical actions without actually understanding our spirit. So now we're in a space where we're learning to, right? Let's do another one. How can embracing your uniqueness lead to personal growth and self-discovery? Embracing your uniqueness can lead to personal growth and self-discovery by encouraging you to explore and celebrate what makes you distinct from others. Listen, you have to create your own identity because either way you put it, you do things different from people, even the people you think you're following. You're trying to be like 50 Cent. Honestly speaking, if you don't unpack the idea of 50 and you're only looking at, oh wow, look at the glitz and the glamours. Look how he was looking and I get money. Oh, he made power. I would love to do that.